This is Gary Guyman with the Dominate the Day podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to help you get 1% better in your business, provide clarity, and give you some ideas that will help you grow your business. If you're ready to dominate the day, let's go.
Dominate the day, that's what we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening, cause every single damn day, the mission is to dominate. You already know we're here to dominate the day. So if you want to dominate every day, then let's go, it's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.
It's the third episode on massive imperfect action. Talked the last 2 days about working on that J, getting to the point of where you're good. And I want to finish this off with just talking about action in general. Action in general. For instance, do we care about action or do we care about perfection? Do we care about the result immediately, or do we care about the result long term? As a business owner, you can't have that microwave mentality. You can't expect instant results when you do one thing one time. You have to understand that the metric is there to measure over and over and over and over and over again. I can remember the first time that I did phone sales. I was selling lawn care, and I was told that I was going to have to make 50 calls a day. And in my mind, I started breaking that down in 8 hours. 50 calls is about 6 to 7 calls an hour to get to 50 calls. Not a ton per hour, but it's still a lot. What I didn't realize was I'm going to make 50 calls and I'm only going to talk to probably 7 to 8 people. Now, what a lot of people did was they only wanted to make 7 to 8 calls because they knew they was only going to talk to 7 to 8 people. So they would frame their day to try to only talk or to only call when they thought people would answer. And when they didn't answer, it was a wasted opportunity. And because they weren't focused on the 50, they were focused on the 7 to 8. They never hit the 7 to 8. And see, the problem was you had to do the 50 to get 7 to 8 to be able to sell 2 to 3. But they were focused on the 7 to 8. And they only talked to maybe 1 or 2, and they sold 0. And see, as business owners, we get focused on what we need in order to survive, and we think about that need, but we don't think about the work, the action to get to that need. So if you need 5 leads a day in your business, you shouldn't be thinking about the 5 leads a day. You should be thinking about the activity you have to produce to create the 5 leads a day. That's what you should be measuring, not the 5 leads a day. The 5 leads a day comes because of the massive imperfect action that you're doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You're putting the signs out. You're posting on social media on a daily basis 2 times per day. You're putting the stories up on social media. You're contacting customers. You're making contacts to property managers and real estate agents, and you're doing all of those things constantly, consistently, focused on the metric that will get you to 5 leads a day. But instead, we focus on the 5 leads a day, and that doesn't get us to where we need to be. So back yourself up. Look at your action. Are you doing the action that you need to be doing on a daily basis to hit your goals, or are you focused on the result? Get off the result. Get on the action. Dominate the day.
Dominate the day, that's what we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening, cause every single damn day, the mission is to dominate. You already know we're here to dominate the day. So if you want to dominate every day, then let's go, it's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.